Welcome back to another explainer. You know, when we think of ancient Egypt, we usually just picture these massive stone blocks being dragged across the desert, right? But get this. Did you know the Great Pyramid is actually aligned to true north with an accuracy of 3/60ths of a degree? Yeah, that level of precision is just staggering. So today, we're unpacking a theory that takes that exact precision and points it straight up at the stars. We're diving into a fascinating and highly debated theory known as the Martian Code of the Pharaohs. We're going to break down the sources, look at the specific claims, and piece together this whole historical investigation. Let's get right into it.
I mean, have you ever actually stopped to wonder? Did the pharaohs rule with simple, earthly scepters, or were they actually wielding the power of the stars? By asking this, we're kind of forced to completely reframe the daily lives and the reign of the pharaohs. It's no longer just, settled, dusty history that you memorize from a textbook. It becomes this active, unfolding cosmic mystery. We're stepping right out of the conventional timeline to view the ancient world through a totally different, highly provocative lens.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The Pharaohs' Cosmic Mystery. So, for a very long time, mainstream history has viewed the pyramids and the tombs as incredible but strictly terrestrial feats of human engineering. That's the established history we all know and grew up with. But now, new evidence from researchers is suggesting a completely extraordinary, interplanetary story. And this isn't just some minor historical footnote or a slight adjustment to the timeline. Honestly, if the sources we're evaluating today hold water, this perspective threatens to completely rewrite our understanding of human history. Which brings us to Section 2, Deciphering the Martian Code.
This whole paradigm shift really starts with the work of Dr. Ruth Hover. According to the source material, while she was examining some specific, easily overlooked hieroglyphs tucked away in a lesser-known tomb complex, Dr. Hover believes she finally deciphered a secret message, an actual ancient cipher hidden right there in the solid stone. And what's truly mind-blowing is that this message has somehow remained a closely guarded secret for over 2,000 years. She claims to have spotted a mathematical anomaly that has literally been hiding in plain sight this entire time.
Let's zoom in a bit on that. Section 3. The power of number 9.
Just the number 9. According to Dr. Hover's research, this single, profound mathematical digit is the absolute master key to unlocking this entire ancient mystery. But out of all the numbers in the universe, why? Why does the number 9 matter so much to the pharaohs?
Well, the Martian Code, as presented by Dr. Hover, is a deciphered ancient message focusing entirely on the number 9. And crucially, in ancient Egyptian traditions, this specific number is heavily loaded. Think of the Ennead, that's the sacred group of 9 primary deities worshipped at Heliopolis. Hover's research argues that this clustering of nines isn't just, terrestrial mythology, but points directly to astronomical alignments associated with the planet Mars. This connection suggests that the pharaohs didn't just look up at the sky with a symbolic appreciation. The theory actually proposes a real, physical connection to our planetary neighbor.
All right, moving right along to Section 4, Evidence of Celestial Sovereignty.
So researchers are actually starting to notice things like, and I quote, aerodynamic precision in these artifacts that just seems way ahead of its time. Take the famous Saqqara bird, for example. It's a wooden carving found in a tomb that looks startlingly less like a bird and much more like a modern glider, complete with a specialized vertical tail fin. When you start looking at Egyptian artifacts through the lens of the Martian Code, static ancient art suddenly transforms into deliberate engineering. Just ask yourself this scenario. What if these iconic symbols found in the tombs weren't just decorative items, but were actually representations or even literal blueprints of highly advanced celestial technology?
And that leads directly to two, frankly mind-boggling hypotheses put forward by Dr. Hover regarding the origins and capabilities of these ancient rulers. Possibility 1, the pharaohs didn't just communicate with Mars, they were actually arriving from Mars. Possibility 2, the pharaohs were celebrating a newfound, unexplained ability to travel there themselves. Either way you slice it, these hypotheses completely shatter the traditional boundaries of what we consider to be ancient human capability.
Let's pull all of these threads together. If Dr. Hoover's interpretation of the Martian Code and this whole aerodynamic precision thing holds true, it represents a legacy of celestial sovereignty written not just in the Earth, but in the stars. It fundamentally changes our understanding of ancient Egyptian rule from a localized, earthly empire on the banks of the Nile to something exponentially grander and universally significant. It turns an earthly kingdom into a full-blown interplanetary phenomenon. So is the number 9 code the smoking gun that definitively proves an interplanetary connection? Or is there another entirely different explanation for these unexplained mysteries and this aerodynamic precision? Ultimately, the goal of this explainer is to give you the structure and the sources so you can evaluate the mystery yourself. I really want you to ponder that. Look closely at the history presented to you, question the boundaries of what's possible, and decide for yourself what secrets the ancient sands might still be hiding. Thank you so much for diving into this with me, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.